Alrighty, we have round 4, game 5 between the Unicorns Blue and the Willows. Unicorns Blue to the left of the screen, Willows on the right. Liam is our head ref today. Snitch is Lexi today. We're ready to go. Oh, Unicorns first to it, and they're holding on to it. And Nathan gets the beat, picked up by Taya. Going in for a run, passes it off. Oh, but it's held by the keeper and gets the beat. Oh, sliding into someone there. Questionable, they're both holding onto it. Zach holds onto it, gives it to Osman. Osman runs around Bodie using that bludger for protection, comes charging in and puts it through. That is the first goal today to the Willows, scored by James Osman. The score is now 10 to the Willows, 0 to Unicorns Blue. Unicorns coming up slow in a wall. Let's see what they can do against the Willows defense. They've got bludger control. Nathan coming up, trying to pressure that. Goes for the beat, but misses everything. Passes out wide. Does he get the deflection? No, he gets beat. And it's picked up by Zach. Willows going for a run now. He's got the speed, spins around, holds it, puts it through. Not sure if I've ever seen Zach play as a chaser before. That's his first goal to my recollection. The score is now 20 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. And hopefully we can get the scoreboard updated. Oh, he tries to get the beat on Nathan, but he just takes a step back and swats it down. Puts the pressure on and passes out. Zach trying to lay the tackle, passes it back. Oh, he gets beat though. Got a bit of air there. Scrambling for it. Unicorns pick it up. Nathan trying to get the long range beat on. Oh, shrugs off the tackle. Looking for a pass. Osman pushing out. Goes low, and Bodie comes in out of nowhere and gets the beat. Passes it off, Caitlin holds onto it, gets it to Osman, the keeper, and it's the Willows ball. Osman directing the Willows, going for a charge, passes it over to Taya and puts it through. Good play there by the Willows. Osman drawing all the defense onto him and leaving Taya on her own to then put it through. Yet to update the scoreboard, it is now 30 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. Unicorns coming up in a wall again. Getting the beat, and Nathan just waits for her to beat it and then gets the beat on her. So, or gets the pass over the top. Is he going to collect it? No, he gets beat first. Nathan just taking apart the Unicorn attack there. Looks like Unicorns are going to get bludger control, but no, Nathan gets the beat. Throws it back, not enough power on it, and Nathan just waits for it. And the Willows score again. Score is now 40 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. Hopefully the Unicorns can find a hoop. They're getting it down there, however, when it comes to trying to collect it, the Willows beater game is just all over them. Low pass, Manny swats it away. Picked up, but beats it, passes it over, back to it. It should be calling the turnover. Manny going for a run, beater comes out to him, passes it back into the centre to Osman. Passes it over the top to Manny again, and he puts it through the centre hoop. Good unselfish passing play there by the Willows. Sharing it around to everyone, giving everyone a shot. Score is now 50 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. Cool. Alrighty, Richard with the quaffle now. We have a substitution. We have Ingram on now beating for the Unicorns. And they have bludger control, so let's see what they can do to pressure that Willow defense. Nathan Morton trying to provide some protection. Richard goes running in. He struggles to tackle. Swatted down. Beat by a fellow teammate there, so Manny's all right. Collected by Osman. He's going for a run. He's all on his own. Passes it to Caitlin. She can't quite hold on to it. She recovers it. Richard goes and lays the tackle. Shrugs it off though. Oh, Manny collects it. It takes a shot over the top of the hoops there. Caitlin recovers it, passes it to Osman. We've seen some good recovery play there. Osman just charges through, breaks that tackle and puts it in for his second goal. We have Richard again for the Unicorns. Coming up. Unicorns with that wall. They've only got the one bludger. Let's see what they can do. Did he get the beat on Nathan? No. Hits the ground, so he gets rid of it. And the Willows are all over it in the defense. Manny with the charge, but takes all the thunder out of him. Tries to pass it off. Nick gets beat. It's a good defense there by the Unicorns. Caitlin still struggling for it, but she gets beat. Nathan just protecting that quaffle. Osman comes running through and puts it in for his third goal.
That's rough.
Good resetting play there by the Willows, catching the Unicorns off guard. I don't think they had anything in the defense there to really stop Osman.
They had been so good up until that point though.
Unicorns had been doing well, keeping them at bay. Taya trying to pressure that quaffle. Hopefully they can get out of their half. Lots of communication from the Willows there. Let's see what the Unicorns can do. Gets around. Can he get past Tayan? It does get past, but it gets fumbled out and everyone's jumping on it. Zach passes it back to Osman. Osman's got some room. He's not going to go for a run though. He's coming in. Side steps, passes over the top to Nick. Nick puts it through. No, it didn't go through, but Taya recollects it and puts it through herself. Just goes to show that you don't stop. You keep going until the whistle blows and a goal is scored. So the Willows there just keep shooting until a goal was counted. Score is now 80 to the Willows and 0 to the Unicorns. So Unicorns are really going to need to try and do something now if they want to try and break up the defense there. Ingram with the deflect, but it gets tapped back down and all over it. Oh, gets the deflection too, and the Unicorns beat a dismounts. Willow's really high up, takes a shot, puts it through. No. Goal is counted. Zach's second goal today. Score is now 90 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. Rachel, do you have any thoughts on what the Unicorns might be able to do? No, don't want to speak up. That's okay. Passes out wide, but the Willows beaters are all over it. Oh, long range beat there, and it's leaving the Unicorns completely defenseless, and Osman runs up and puts it through for his third goal. Ingram coming up slow with the immunity. Ant sees that and decides to get rid of it and pick it up. Doesn't want to risk getting beat behind and breaking up that defense. We have Jen Gibson now in for the Willows at beating. Zach trying to lay that pressure on the Unicorn quaffle carrier. Shrugs off that beat there, doesn't get hit with it. Gets the pass out, but can't quite chase it down. Nick picks it up, passes it back into the centre to Osman, the keeper. And there's a beater battle, but it's left the Unicorns completely defenseless again. Goes running, passes to Taya and puts it through. So Unicorns really struggling to sort of read the play there. I think they're focusing on trying to get that bludger control back, but the Willows have been counter-attacking every time. And he comes charging up because there's no beaters in the defense for the Willows. Can he shrug it off and hold on to it? Jen's just waiting there. Passes it over the top. Can she put it in? No, it gets swatted away. So the Unicorns with a really good opportunity there, but unfortunately, the Willows get in front of it and deflect it off. We now have Nathan Morton in keeping for the Willows. Oh, and Willows with bludger controller coming up really high. Oh, gets the fake out, but then claims the immunity. So good there with the good work there with the Unicorns, claiming that immunity. And the pass goes over the top of Bodie. Picked it up, tries to pass it back, feed it back to the keeper, but Bodie's all over her. Waiting for the beaters to come into play. Nathan's just pulling them apart, getting the beat on everyone. The only person that can't get out of that is the keeper if he can get a hold of the quaffle. And we have a brooms down. We have no card there. Maybe Bodie got beat. Maybe it's a back to hoops penalty. We're not quite sure. Doesn't look like there was much of a call there though. Unicorns now with the quaffle. Waiting for some substitutions. It's hard to commentate and then look at the names at the same time and keep relevant with the play. Oh, gets a long range beat. The keeper's still fine though. His numbers are falling off. And Nick gets it, gives it to Nathan. The Unicorn's trying to recover it, goes the long range beat. Nathan just runs around them, puts it through. That's his first goal today. Score is now 120 to the Willows, 0 to the Unicorns. Willows just showing their dominance and their fast pace, resetting around the Unicorns now. Although he's all on his own, he gets the deflection, he's running, he's going to take a shot. Oh, but Taya gets in the way, feeds it back to a fellow Unicorn, but Taya kicks it out of play. Back to safety, I think. Not really intending to recover it, just getting it out of the way. Unicorn beater chipping away. Richard goes for a run. Does he put it through? He does. That's the first goal to the Unicorns today. Taking advantage of the beaters getting a bit mixed up there. Richard goes for a run and puts it through. Score is 120 to the Willows and 10 to the Unicorns. Unicorns finally on the board there. Richard going for a charge. I think that may be what they need to do if they want to break through that Willows defense. It seems like the passing around the hoops, the Willows are all over it with the beater game. So hopefully that sets something off for the Unicorns and they can start running it in. Trying to lay the tackle on Nathan. He loses his headband though. Shrugs it off. Manny puts it through.
Yeah, Manny.
I was just saying my head track was.
Manny's second goal today. Score is now 130 to the Willows and 10 to the Unicorns. Unicorns with bludger control. Let's see what they can do to try and take out the Willows' only beater in defense and then try and charge it in. If I was the Unicorns right now, I'd be, especially having Ingram, I'd be trying to 1.5 or napalm as it's called. Try and get that only beater out of the defense. Did he get beat? Oh, not quite sure. Oh, goes for the shot, but he throws it straight into Manny. Picked up by Bodie, who's gone for a run. There's no one there. Manny with the block, and Bodie slips to the side and puts it through the center hoop. Bit of a beater battle off the screen there. Ingram getting sent back to hoops for contact from behind. Nothing egregious. Just caught off there with Jen trying to slip out of it. Alright, Unicorns coming up slow now. They've lost bludger control. They've got Zach beating now, so he's gone from chasing back to beating. Got beater of the year last year, so definitely one to watch out for. Manny going for a run, and he just slings it through. So Willow's all over the Unicorns today. Let's see, the Unicorns have now got bludger control. So let's see if they can take the opportunity to chip away at the Willow defense. Hopefully not lose the bludger control again and give themselves an option. Gets past Manny, gets past Nick, looking for an option, passes it out, goes for the shot, and it's through! Lovely passing play there. And that's the second goal to the Unicorns against the Willows today. Osman running around, just slings it through with a quick reset, holds it onto. Not passing it off and just dancing around the Unicorn defense and puts it through. Reset by Richard, they don't have any beaters. Let's see if he can charge through and put it in. Spins around, oh, it's slung out and he gets beat. Nikita getting told to sub off. And Osman charges through and puts it in again. Unicorns need to try and use their bludgers a little more if they want to try and stop the Unicorns for, the Willows from blitzing through their defense there. We have a brooms down. Everyone's dismounted, there was no brooms down call. Taya trying to take advantage of it. We now actually have a brooms down. Liam laying down the law, telling that nearly the entire Unicorn team had dismounted for no reason because there was no brooms down call. We have another brooms down. No, a timeout. Alrighty, we had a timeout to the Willows to reassess what they're doing. Unicorns coming up as a wall. Bludger control.
It would have been a Unicorns timeout.
Unicorns timeout.
They have the quaffle.
Very true. Timeout to the Unicorns to reassess what they want to do. We've got bludger control. Anthony pressuring the beater there. Oh, Zach misses it. Tackled quite high. Alrighty, we have a yellow card to James Osman for a high tackle on Addie for the Unicorns. So she's right in front of hoops now. Oh, and Taya just slaps it out of her hands straight away as soon as play resumes. Oh, holds on, can she hold on to it and put it through? She does. Oh. Third goal to the Unicorns today against the Willows. Oh, it seems like they're on 90 points now if the scoreboard pay attention. Osman going for a run. Addie on her own. Osman trying to lay the tackle.
Yeah, Jack was really good.
Dishes it back out. Should stay in his keeper zone, but he doesn't. Unicorns recover it though. Ooh, Nick sliding into the back of someone. Maybe. No one's going to call it. Could have gone either way. Taya crosses it to Osman this time, and Osman puts it through. We've fixed the scoreboard, and it is now 170 to the Willows and 30 to the Unicorns. Unicorns doing quite well considering they've scored 3 goals against them today. Good passing of the quaffle around at the hoops. Good holding on to it as well. And managing to put it through those hoops. And gets the beat in the... Oh! Zach goes for the long range beat, but then Osman held him up with the tackle, so it caused the miss there. Passes it, well, just swat it through. No, Richard holds on to it, and it's the keeper's ball.
And then the next day I was sunglasses and actually looking at my laptop was Lois, I can't look up the 3.
And gets the beat. Unicorn's not quite paying attention. Gets the beat on the keeper as well. It's picked up by Osman. He's going for a run. Gets the beat. doesn't count on the keeper. I think he's just a little unsure
Okay, there we go.
about that. He's in his own keeper zone, so it wouldn't have counted.
I wonder if he's played most of. I reckon he's got to be up there, like in terms of like the number of teams played. People challenge would be up there.
Passes over, giving him some space. Holds it up.
He played basketball.
Could have gone for a run. No, passes back to the Unicorn keeper. He's going for a run. Osman initiating contact from behind there, possibly. Gets the beat. Oh, Manny just trucks through him, but we have a brooms down. Looks like just a little warning there to Osman, letting him know that he's got to be careful where he initiates contact from. Passes over the top and puts it through.
I think no, I got overtaken this past weekend.
Alright, Unicorns reset the quaffle and play begins.
Okay, yeah. So
Osman up high, keeping the pressure on the Unicorns.
this was like as before. No.
Bounce pass. Zach's all over it, gets the beat. Takes out the Unicorn beater as well. Takes out Addison. Passes over the top. Taya puts it through. Good lateral passing there. We've seen it all day from the Willows. Score is now 200 to the Willows, 30 to the Unicorns. We have another brooms down. Play resumes. Not sure what the brooms down was for.
I didn't know that there was until I was like, yeah.
Hands quaffle over. Unicorns coming up slow. Communication there from the Unicorns, but he gets beat, caught off guard. Addison passes it after the beat there instead of dropping it. Willow's trying to contest it. Hold them off. Willow's getting a bit salty. Thank you. We now have the snitch on the pitch. Zach chipping away at the Unicorn defense, giving the Willows some room. Nathan passes out wide to Taylor. Looking for an option over the top. Manny a bit behind play there. Dives down on it, gets beat on the knee. And the Unicorns have the quaffle now.
It's happened. He's got the bludge now. Now it's going to get the bludge back. Don't let him move on. Come on.
And we have Bodie seeking for the Willows. Oh, diving down on it. Gets the beat. Nathan dodges the beat there. We have brooms down though. It looks like we have a really quick snitch catch to the Unicorns, potentially. No, catch is no good. And Nathan runs through while the Unicorns aren't paying attention. We have another catch within seconds of the first. This one, game is over. Catch to the Willows. Final score of 230 to 30. Thanks for joining us. This is the end of round 4, game 5.